The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Play action. Stafford. Dance, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down. The chain, 2nd and 12. Another try after the first down sack. Stafford. And going deep for Hill. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play there. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Henry running right. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And Lutz puts this one through. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit. So every point is precious.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult pull to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Now a give coming right is Breida. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Third and 2, Stafford. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
On first down, here's Breida. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there, because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Breida, he'll try the right side. And a short gain down to about the 33. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. Stafford. He is going to find Hill here. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Ready.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Deshaun Jackson there to make the grab, and the Titans have taken the lead. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This one taken just inside the 10. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they'll have this all the way out to the 50-yard line. Excellent field position.
After return to midfield, I just wish we could open up the heads of the offensive and defensive coordinators, because right now the wheels have to be spinning because things just changed. Offensive playbook just opens up, and now on defense, do you play aggressively or do you lay back a little bit to try and calm things down?
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. A give to Henry. And he's he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. He's got his man, it's Gallup. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And once again, the Browns are back in front. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Jackson now to return. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now a give to Breida. He will push his way down to about the 14. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a give running left is Breida. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Stafford now to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will knot us up at 10. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. After the penalty, it's Henry. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and trying not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Two minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Stafford on first down. That'll be caught. It's Isabella. And it's a Titans touchdown. Andy Isabella, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Titans are going to take the lead. Coup for the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. Following the touchdown, here's Coup to kick off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Second down, here's Henry. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 57 yards rushing for him in this first half as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Buying time to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. Now they go screen. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. From just shy of midfield, Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Going up top. And it's intercepted at the goal line. T.J. Green with a pick. And the Titans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, they were going for the big strike right there, but this just terrific coverage by the defense in the end zone.
And what helps being a safety in this spot is the back line of the end zone. Defensive back coaches always preach. That's an extra defender because you know that they can only run so far. They can't run past you out of the back of the end zone. Then you know you can't be beat over the top and gives you a chance to go make a play. Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Fielded right around the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 2nd down now, it's Henry. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Again, it's Henry. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Second and 11 now. Now Rodgers. That is caught. Westbrook's got it. And they move this all the way down to the 9. I love that play because in the snow you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle in the open field, difficult in normal conditions. In these conditions, almost impossible.
Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Forced out to his left. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Titans are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 46 yards rushing for him now to this point.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. A beautiful fake. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. On play action, it's Rodgers. Pressure comes and down he goes. Trey Hendrickson in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. Touchdown, Browns. A great effort there. 34 yards. And the Browns are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. (17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Jackson now to return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And it's all on the line now, all even in this wild card matchup. Maybe their most important drive of the season Coming up right now here, 1st and 10. A handoff to Breida to begin the drive. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 54 yards on the ground for him so far.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They run again with Breida. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
And he's got this down to the 35.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running out of the gun here, Breida. Ronnie Harrison that time able to make the tackle.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9. Now Stafford. Middle of the field to the tight end, Doyle. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948. Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
You had to go to the tuck roll, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one people remember. But I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game. In New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Is that 82?
That was 82. And the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing one of those famous games here, but it's fun to be in the snow nonetheless. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Stafford. They'll roll him out right. And he's got it. Touchdown. Robbie Anderson. From 3 yards out. And the Titans answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They trail by a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. Their season, to be frank, it's on the line right now in this wild card matchup. And obviously points are a must here as they begin 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Steps away to his left. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Being chased out left. Open target here, Darius Slayton. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Back to throw, Rodgers. Going right side, he finds Slayton. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Rodgers to throw. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win.
So now this will be, in all likelihood, to force overtime. And he has got it. So barring something crazy on the kickoff, we're looking at an extra period to decide this one. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. Jackson now to return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I'd take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack.
And this is going to be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he will be taken down, and that means we are headed to overtime. And we have free football. Overtime, here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
Overtime in a playoff game, awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only one period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
The Browns' drive about to get started. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams are...
He's got a man, complete. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big connection on that one. 39 yards. A first down carry for Henry. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
6 yards left on second down. Now a play fake. Rodgers flushed out right. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. The safety, Adrian Amos, comes crashing in for the sack. Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And he missed it. It's no good. And that changes everything here in OT.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it, but they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
That part 1 is done, now part 2. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. On the carry, it's Logan, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Give coming right is Breida. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Stafford with his first throw of OT. Oh, and it's intercepted. chance to win the game here in overtime. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 41, Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And you definitely could make the case we might not even be in overtime had he not thrown 3 interceptions in regulation. But looking better here so far in OT.
Yeah, and when you think about what a coach is thinking at that point, because normally you've thrown 3 picks during the game, you might craft your play calling to be a little more careful. Not in this case. The green light still on for him.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make this a second down. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They'll run on first down. Henry. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. This to win it in overtime. And with just 2 seconds remaining, the timeout is called here in OT. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. This to win it in overtime. And the kick is good. He got it. And it's official now. They're going to the playoffs. Their season ends here. A tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some teams, they have to lose games like this before they learn how to win them.
Gordon, you've been watching the NFL.